What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now, I'm not sure. I think we already read this. I'm not sure. Let me read it again, just in case. So, Rook. Though the circumstances prompting our meeting were perhaps not what either of us would have chosen, I'm glad we did meet. Oh, and yeah, we did read that, because that's what he's talking about Varric. These are the new ones. The song goes on. Rook. Fellow felon and bane to the Venatori. I've spoken to my fellow performers in hiding, or formerly in hiding, as it were. We're spreading music through Docktown once more, along with a few messages and a verse or two about a certain heroic friend, lest you think my promise to write said verse was empty flattery. I'm a man of my word. Let's make you immortal. As for yours truly, I've landed a gig at the Lamplighter. Whether on street corners or the stage, our songs will be heard. Your infamous Docktown balladeer, Lex or Luce. On behalf of our readers, to Rook. Power in Minrathous is always shifting, and far more than people realize, and mortal interests aren't the only ones involved in this perpetual rebalancing act. From what I have gathered, people in Docktown may feel less desperate in the days to come. Certain demonic weights have been lifted from our hearts, or from where they nested below our feet. Perhaps you or one of your associates could be quoted on some wow, I butchered that. Some particular details. Regardless, our dear readers will know what happened and who they have to thank. I've entrusted Neve Gallus with delivery of this correspondence. Questions about where exactly it's being delivered to can wait for another day. From a humble writer of the Weekly Truth. Missive from the Formless One. These letters twist and writhe. The paper is made of flickering fade stuff. Very specific. May your eyes rot. May your heart burst. May you live 1,000 years so I might kill you when I am let out into your world again. On that day, I shall be formless no longer. He's a little upset, and Dragon Boy got clapped. Alright, so we had a few things to do once we did come back here. We still got to take care of Tasha's quest as well, but for now, I want to upgrade our caretaker and take a little look in there.
The fires are lit.
Rank that up to 9. He's almost max now. We got some new enchantments. And I suppose we can upgrade level, but we can't really... I wish this upgraded the rarity. Because if this upgraded the rarity, this shit would already be done. I'll just immediately do this. We should probably level up our... hammer. I mean, we gotta have our weapon up to snuff, right? That's probably all I'll do there. Enchantment-wise, damage at low health, damage at high health, cold, electricity, agile attack, physical damage, stagger. What do I have the stagger damage on? That's on my shield. I guess we can do damage at high health. We're not losing much health, so we'll just sink that in. Alright. Do we have any chit-chats to have? We have one with Neve. That's main quest stuff, so we won't do those yet. And we also have one with Emmrich. Okay, so let's talk to Neve, let's talk to Emmrich, and then we'll start doing those side quests as we come across them. I gotta do Tasha's. I've been postponing that, so... I'll talk to Neve, talk to Emmrich, then go do Taash, and then do whatever we get from these companions.
What are you doing?
The wisps are drawn to something around here. The boxes are baited with notes, baubles, things they steal.
Maybe they're drawn to you.
They've been seen here when I'm not. There's more to it.
If you're looking for backup, I've got you covered.
If you're that bored, I'll take the company.
When I woke up this morning, I didn't see Wisp Hunt coming.
Life's full of surprises.
Can't argue with that.
Good. You've got a habit of creating them.
Express romantic interest in Neve, does not commit to a romance. I mean, we've been trying pretty hard so far. We'll keep on down the road.
What?
Nothing. I just like surprising you.
Is that so? It's been interesting. I'll give you that.
More than interesting.
Well, I try.
Then I hope I'm worth the effort. Neve.
Rook,
What do you call one?
I think, caught a wisp.
Is that all?
Very subtle, Rook.
I don't ask for much, or for anything. You know, the world's not fair on a good day. You and me, Rook. We chase trouble. So what can we ask for?
Today? A wisp hunt. I think it went well.
Is that so?
Good things happen, Neve.
Be a nice time for a kiss, Rook.
I think you might be trouble.
Attaboy. Oh, come on. All that to get blocked by a wisp. I do like Neve as a character. Probably one of the highlight companions for me. Neve and Davrin are pretty good. I mean, you always have favorites, right? Whenever you come to games like this. I mean, I've got my favorites in all the games. Origins is hard to pick a favorite because they're all kind of my favorite, but there's some highlights in the Morrigan for sure. I really like Sten too for his cold, grumpy self. Liliana's really good. Alistair is pretty good, although, as Morrigan eloquently said, in a battle of wits, he's always outgunned. Dragon Age 2 is a little more tough. Obviously, Varric is one of my favorites. I like Isabella, and then probably Fenris. Not too big of a fan of Carver and Sebastian, and the Dalish elf. I forget her name right now. And then in Inquisition, I really like Cassandra and Josephine and Cullen. And Blackwall. In this game, it's definitely Neve and Davrin.
Nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry, didn't know you two were in the middle
Rook.
of...
Excellent.
We just tried to walk away instantly. It's like, nope, not today.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
Oh, God.
It's a figure of speech.
Alright, what'd you do, Tash?
Taash?
I didn't do anything.
I'm sure.
Oh, come now.
I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmrich Taash. My name is Emmrich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn?
The irony in this.
What have I done to you, Taash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong and none of it is okay.
You know, what's really rich here is for all that fuss
Oh,
about identity that she's been talking about people making her,
Skin still on 'em.
about people making her be something she's not, and that whole sub story about being chained in ropes by her mother and all that shit. She's doing the same thing to Emmrich over here, calling him Corpse Guy, Death Mage, just putting titles and shit on him that he's not okay with, but she's still doing it. Isn't that ironic that she's doing that to him, but when people even hint at doing it to her, she gets all angry and starts air punching and shit. The hypocrisy.
Look, you two may never be best friends,
Nope.
but maybe we can aim for getting along?
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Taash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
Oh, nice. She called him a skull fucker. Isn't that amusing? I think honestly, y'all just don't really need to discuss that with each other. Pick some new shit.
Maybe you two can find different things to talk about around each other.
I'll try not to press on the subject of necromancy when we travel together, Taash.
Okay. Thanks. It's fine if I ask about it first.
In that vein, could we avoid any dragon trivia?
What? Who doesn't like dragons?
She doesn't understand that either. Isn't that funny?
Taash knows Ravane and
The lack of self-awareness.
knows Navara and plants.
Plants. Plants are okay.
I have always been curious about the Lords of Fortune.
See? It's a start.
For the record, none of that is a problem. It's only a problem because of the way the writers are trying to have Taash be perceived. They wrote her as a giant hypocrite. I guess it's hard to stand on business when the business you're trying to stand on doesn't make much sense, but I don't know.
A helper awaits, dweller, on the library balcony.
On the library balcony? Didn't we already do this? Oh, my little guy. Interesting. Well, here's one of our two chests. Logs from the Watchtower. Though faded by time, this logbook is partially legible. Third watch. The Helenaris returned. I charged the wards, and they drifted over us unsuspecting. I hope. Sonnen argued that we should turn the lancers of the Vir Eluvelen upon the Helenaris, as if the Vir Eluvelen were weapons rather than June's cleverest inventions. I pointed out, again, that channeling the deep light of the Fade upon creatures born from it seems unwise, but wisdom is wasted on Sonnen. Later, wards dormant, Sonnen drinking. Later, wards dormant, Sonnen used the Vir Eluvelen to charge them, drunk. He asked if I had ever looked into the lenses of the lance beam and seen them. I had no reply. Later, wards dormant, Sonnen asleep. I must watch. I will not look. Shit, we got two. Three, actually.
Now I'm getting somewhere. That did it.
Did what exactly? The library door opens. Would that be the opposite side? It would be. Hello. On rifts and ritual research. These dense research notes appear to be studies of the veil, ritual experiments, and conversations with spirits. A few passages stand out. Rifts in this veil are spawned by death and bloodshed, or their memory. Even mortal regrets have such power. The Evanuris are not given to introspection. Erosion of the walls about them may run slow. Their callousness is half their binding. Elsewhere, around an anatomical sketch. Reclaimed. Though damaged beyond repair, the anchor's condition, used to both mend and destroy, is fascinating. A detailed study will consume what remains, but it may also yield the final elements that have eluded me. Elsewhere, around a familiar ritual diagram, at last, all my sacrifices have paid for this. A perfect reparation. So is this Solas's details on the anchor and the fade tear that he opened in Inquisition? Because the anchor is what the Inquisitor ended up having on his hand, which is why he had to lose it. I assume this is about that. It's funny that he's talking about the other Evanuris being callous and that being their demise when, I mean, look at how he is. And here we are up top. I believe that would be the lighthouse, 100% complete now, right? Indeed. We got both chests. I wonder if that little puzzle has opened up another discount at our caretaker, because the first time we did the library buff, it opened up some stuff for us. And Solas lamenting on the callousness of the Evanuris as he tries to end the world twice over. Again, more irony stacked up. Alright. Let's go do... That's so close to being leveled all the way. They're at moderate. They're at moderate. They're at moderate. And Treviso is weak. So the Crows are our weakest faction right now. Everyone else is doing pretty good. Let's do Tasha's story.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on
Literally
the
an angsty teenager.
Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
What if it's got some kind of secret code so that only the right people can read it?
That is unlikely. I have studied the first expedition for decades. I have never seen the writing encoded.
What do you mean the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskap.
It was gonna take too long. I wanted to hear about the tablet.
Did you?
Yeah?
Well, as I said, it is at least 1,000 years old.
All that grumbling and it took 10 seconds to chop.
Hurrah, Marad Zasham.
More emphasis. The sentence is a march, not a race. Hera, Marad, Zesham.
I'm trying.
I'm glad you came, Panaidan.
Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was... like that.
Telling her might be more trouble than it's worth.
I'll tell her soon. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You do what's right for you.
Sure, it's a non-issue.
Thanks.
It doesn't matter. Your family business, for as long as it doesn't affect our business, it doesn't really matter. Right, now that's taken care of. Make sure we don't have any quests to chit-chat to people about. Let's hit up the journal real quick. I don't think we can do this yet, but I'll go check. And if it's not, then I guess we're gonna chit-chat to Solas and the rest of these guys. Well, I have no quest marker, so I assume that's not it yet. Alrighty, well, let's head back to our main camp then. And we'll talk to Solas, and then we'll check in with our companions. I'm sure Solas is going to have quite the enlightening speech for us. Let's save up first. Just in case. I mean, I'm sure he won't cut off our companion dialogues, but just in case, you never know. I found out quite a bit about you since the last time we spoke, Solas. I wonder if you'll know that I have Mythal with me. I'm tracking the wrong quest, that's why. It isn't here, though. Let's talk to the giant hypocrite. Let's hear him say it's all our fault, even though he let the gods out.
The fall of Weishaupt reverberated across the Fade, as did the fall of an archdemon.
But unless I am mistaken, both Elganan and Gillenane yet stand.
We took down Gillenane's archdemon, but we weren't able to kill her.
And how are you doing?
I came to you to figure out our next steps. I don't need a shoulder to cry on.
Of course. As a leader, you are wise to put away concerns and show only confidence to your team. And your adversaries. At least you still have Varric to talk to. What of your companions? How have they handled the events at Weishaupt?
They have what it takes to stop the gods. I just need to get them to believe it.
Indeed. They must know beyond any doubt that you believe in them. You cannot stand against Elganan and Gillenane with logic. Those motivated by greed or self-interest will change alliances. But those who serve you with passion and loyalty will follow wherever you lead.
You'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
Even to their deaths, if necessary.
I'm not planning to order anyone to their deaths.
If you gain their loyalty, they will need no orders. They will volunteer.
I can't build these people up knowing I might have to send them to their deaths. There's always another option.
Perhaps you are right. Building your team is the best way to minimize the chance of such an order becoming necessary.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any suggestions on our next move against the gods?
If you oppose Elganan and Gillenane's minions, you will get your opportunity.
You think one of the Antam or Venatori commanders will help us find the gods?
Possibly. But more importantly, you will aggravate them. You rendered Gillenane mortal at Weishaupt. It is an embarrassment, an insult, neither she nor Elganan can ignore. If you continue to disrupt their plans, you will not need to track them down. They will come to you.
And then we get some payback for Weishaupt.
As long as you are ready when the opportunity comes. One final warning. You have survived a confrontation with Gillenane, which few still live to claim. But her power pales in comparison to Elganan's. If he takes the field himself, remember, in a fight such as ours, escaping to fight another day is a victory.
On that final part, we agree. It's interesting that he brought up Varric, because, well, I have some suspicions about that, actually. He's not acting like himself. In fact, he hasn't been for a while. I can go talk to him right now, actually, and see what's going on with that, if he even has anything for us.
Shit. You shouldn't have to deal with all this, Rook. The sooner I can get out of here, the better.
We're the only one coming to check on him, and we're the only one talking to him when everybody's around. Nobody's even asked so much as a, how are you? What are you doing?
You don't seem happy about it. Well, sort of.
And when he does talk to me, he has more venom and bite in his words than ordinarily. I'm not sure if Varric is Varric. I think he might have died. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Something wrong?
Got a message. Place called the Cauldron was attacked.
I've heard that name around Weishaupt. Never knew what it was.
You do. It's a secret Warden readout of some kind. No idea what goes on there.
And why are you involved?
Because whatever attacked it sounds like the Gloomhowler.
How do you want to handle this?
By ending it. What's left of the Wardens are still licking their wounds. So we handle this alone. Just go to the Cauldron and get the Griffins back. You have to promise to behave, boy. Listen to every word I say, stay out of trouble, don't do anything dumb, and don't eat any.
I think we get the point. What happened to he'll learn by doing? Sink or swim?
Yeah? But what if he sinks?
He won't.
I'm supposed to be the bodyguard. Keep that feathery butt safe.
It is okay to worry, though.
No shame in being worried. He grows on you.
Well, that, and he keeps the mice away.
He hunts mice.
Maybe that Turnham idea, that unity between Warden and Griffin, starts by having faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. All talents and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
As long as he backs it up.
Something tells me he won't have a problem with that, necessarily. Alright, so we got one quest. Let's go check out Lucanis. It's been a minute. You have something for Teresa? I'm down to help.
This is ominous.
Iago found something.
Something bad, I take it.
Venatori have been sighted among the relief effort in Treviso. Zara's minions, perhaps. But Ilario is certain Zara is in Byrantium, and that any Venatori are another distraction.
What do you think?
I think I need to visit Treviso and find out for myself.
You don't have to face Treviso or Zara by yourself, Lucanis. You can count on me.
I can? That's good to know.
Of course.
All things considered, I'd say I owe you a favor. Let me help.
You don't need to do this, but it will make for a smoother operation. The one advantage of chaos in Treviso is informants get desperate. It took an obscene amount of money, but I have a solid lead. Zara is in the chantry there.
In the chantry, yeah.
In a chantry.
If she's there to pray, it won't save her from me.
Or me.
We only get one shot at this. We go when you're ready.
Sounds good. I owe Zara one for the prison and the demon she put him in Rathus. And her whole operation needs to be crumbled down upon her head like a diseased temple, so... von Clausewitz shit. Total fucking war. That's my solution. You chit-chatting to our griffin?
Another day.
No, not much then. Well, let's pet the good boy. It's nice to have a griffin. Alright everybody, this is a little bit of a shorter episode I suppose, but that does seem like a pretty good place to wrap up so we can give Bloodbath and Davrin's Quest its own episodes, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you're feeling particularly generous, you want to help improve the channel and support the cause, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care everybody, have a great day. Peace.